Hello my Star Oglers and welcome back to Pokemon Stadium 2. My name's Andy, your uncommentator for this playthrough, and this is episode 17. We'll be starting with the Kanto gyms. Now in the last episode we beat the Johto Elite Four, so because we did that we can now access the Kanto gyms. Now I think when you play through this game the first time, you cannot access the Kanto gyms until you beat the Johto Elite Four. Likewise, as you can see on the screen here, all the gyms badges are lit up. That's because I've already completed the game. If we hadn't completed the game at this point, none of them would be lit up, so they light up once you beat the gym leader. And I think from memory, I may be wrong on this one, I'm not sure, I probably should have done some research before I started recording this, but I think from memory you don't have to face these gyms in order. I may be wrong on that one though. I think, like for example, if you start with Brock, you don't have to beat Brock to then unlock Misty and so on and so forth. I think you can do them in any order, but I may be wrong on that. But anyway, one thing I do know is that they're not lit up until you beat them normally. But as we've already said, I've completed this game, so that's why they're all lit up. So without any further ado, let's take on Brock in the Pewter Gym. Now, one thing that is different from the Kanto gyms with the Johto gyms, on the Johto gyms, apart from I can't remember which one it was now, Jasmine, I can't remember, Olivine, is it? Olivine, yeah. Apart from the Olivine gym, there's no, all the gyms in Johto, I'm not explaining this very well, all the gyms in Johto, you have Sue trainers, underling trainers, we want to call them. In the Kanto gyms you don't, you just face the gym leader. So there's only one battle per gym, so this should be quite a short part of the series. So we're going to pick the team, so we're going to go for this one, we're going to go with Bayleef. I don't think we've used Bayleef before. We're going to bring back Entei, despite the fact we're up against a rock sort of ground train. I'm going to pick a fire type, and I'll explain why when we get to the next screen. And lastly, we're going to go back to the H's. We like H's, and it's back to the Hitmons. And I've gone past it. And it's Hitmonchan. I'm going to pick Hitmonchan. So that's the three. So that's the three we're going to go with. So obviously, like I said, you only have to face one gym leader. But despite that, you still have to pick a team of 6. Now, I don't think it matters who you pick here. Well, it's not going to matter to me because I'm not going to pick them. However, I'm not going to select them to battle. But I don't think it affects who the AI picks. So let's just pick 3 Pokemon that we're probably not going to use in this playthrough. So let's go for Igglybuff, Kakuna. Just one's nearby. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Ladybird. So let's go for that. And we'll just hand out the berries. So Bayleef, you have that. Entei doesn't have a berry, and Hitmonchan has that. So I'm assuming, I can't remember these battles, I'm assuming we cannot be paralysed, burnt, etc, etc. Okay, so let's begin with that. No item, yep. So this is the team to face Brock. So as I said, one battle per gym, so hopefully we can rattle through these episodes pretty quick. So we'll start with the Pewter Gym. Of course, Brock became Ash's, I don't want to say confidant, but you know what I mean. He kind of went on his journey with him, didn't he, in the anime series. Right, so just quickly introduce the team. So Bayleef, we've not seen before. So Synthesis can recover life, so that's useful. Razorleaf, strong at getting critical hits, so obviously it's going to be useful here. We've seen Entei before, it's pretty much just Fire Blast. We've seen Hitmonchan quite a few times. Right, so normally, in my past experiences, when we face gyms like this, they normally have 4 or 5 Pokemon that are exactly the same, and then one slightly different one. Now, I'm fully expecting him to pick one of, if not both, Pinsir and Fortress. So that's why we've picked Entei, despite the fact Entei is weak to water, and obviously Brock's a rock trainer, he's weak to rock, and he's weak to ground. But he'll be super effective against Pinsir and quad effective against Fortress, and I'm expecting, as I said, at least one of them. I'd be surprised if he didn't pick Pinsir. So hopefully Bayleef deal with us. So that's the team. So we're going to start with Bayleef, then we're going to go with obviously Entei and Hitmonchan. So hopefully Bayleef, hopefully we see Omastar and Golem and Kabuto. In fact, I think Bayleef's quad effective against Onyx's ground rock, isn't it? So quite effective against Onyx, Golem, Omastar, Kabutops. So hopefully this should be fairly straightforward. But I've probably said that before and been wrong. So again, I do like the graphics on the gyms on these games. I think they look really good. I'm looking forward to getting to Blaine. I think that's the best looking gym. Although from memory, I think Sabrina's is quite good. Anyway, so this is Bayleef. One of the best middle stages, I think. Certainly of the starters. I think out of all the starters in Johto, is the best one in the middle stage. Certainly not the best final stage. And that's a good start. Right, so Now, does he switch? That's the only question here. I'm going to assume he doesn't, and if he does, we're still going to get damage in. So we're going to go straight for Razor Leaf, and probably will switch here. Yeah, there we go. So now this will be Pinsir or Kabutops. Pinsir or Forretress coming out, I would imagine. Oh, well, who would have thought it? So this will hardly do anything. Should have put Safeguard up, but it doesn't matter. I don't think you can get poisoned, so that's the main thing you'd use Safeguard for, really. Poison paralysis. Is that quad resistance? Okay, so this, yeah, I was fearful of this. So the only issue we could have here is the switching. Right, okay, so I'm just looking at his moves. Doesn't have a great deal of moves, actually. Is it going to be roll out? Right, okay, so let's go to... I think we're going to go to... We're going to go to... Yeah, let's go to Entei. Hopefully he'll use rollout. I actually want him to use rollout here, even though it'll be super effective. Because if he uses rollout, then he can't switch. So with any luck, he'll have rollout lined up. I knew I should have switched straight to Entei, but oh well. If we can keep... We know Kabutops, so Bayleef pretty much kills Kabutops in one. Didn't want to see that. Okay, so will he switch? Please stay in. Please stay in. He has stayed in, that's good. So this should be an Oko if it hits. Not the most accurate move. Thank you. That's an Oko. Super effective against Steel and Bug. Right, so that's the main threat out the way, really. Now, as long as he hasn't picked Pinsir, we don't need Entei again. Please don't send Kabutops back out. I mean, if you've got any sense, he will, because it's... Yeah, that's what I was expecting. So will it be... I'm not sure to leave Entei in here and let it die. I don't know what to do here. Don't know what to do. I'm just looking at its move. I'm probably going to use Surf, so I'm going to use... Should I use Hitmonchan? I don't know. I don't know. My only concern is if he's got Pinsir. That's my only concern. So if he has got Pinsir, although Pinsir only has physical attacks, so we'll stay out. Okay, so we're probably going to die here. So let's go for... Does it matter? Go for Raw. I don't think it matters what we're going for here, to be honest with you. Let's go for Raw. Just have a bit of fun. We should survive one of these, actually, I think. I'd be surprised if we didn't survive one. I imagine Entei's special defense is pretty good. I don't actually know. Wow, that did more damage than I thought it would. Okay, let's see what happens here. May do nothing. I don't actually know what it does to this. That's what I was hoping would happen. Right, okay, so now we know it's Onyx. So now we know what the team is, so that's good. Right, so, Onyx... Onyx. We should be fine here now. We should win this comfortably. Okay, so let's go for Rock Smash just for a laugh. Let's do a bit of damage. We should outspeed it. Yeah. I wasn't sure if Raw worked. I know it works on the Game Boy. Obviously, it forces a switch. I wasn't sure if it actually worked on here, but clearly it does. So that's good. So we made the right call here. So we should win this now fairly comfortably, I would imagine. So let's send. We're going to send out Hitmonchan next. So I'd rather face Bayleef with... I'd rather face Kabutops with Bayleef, so it can resist the Surf a bit better. I didn't even use Surf against Bayleef, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's go for Hitmonchan. So we've got the option to counter against Onyx. Onyx only has physical attacks, so we could just use counter here, but we're going to go for Mach Punch. Did the Rock Smash get the defense drop? I don't think it did. I wasn't really paying attention. So let's go for Mach Punch. Just to guarantee... This is a critical hit. Sorry, super effective, so... And it is a critical hit. I was... Mystic Meg there. Well, as long as this isn't a critical hit, we're okay. Hitmonchan's wow, that's very, very little actually. Okay, so now Mach Punch again, so we're pretty much home and hosed here. We'd have to be really lucky to lose this from here. Although we got a bit fortunate with the Mach Punch critical hit. could have gone for counter. Doesn't matter.
One
Pokemon remains. You're right, announcer guy, and we all know what it is. So that's why we pick Entei, despite the fact we're against a rock trainer. Because you know the anomaly Pokemon's going to come out. So, yeah, I think I probably said this in the intro, but yeah, on this game, they'll tend to have 4 or 5 of the same and 2 anomaly Pokemon. You can pretty much guarantee at least one of the anomalies is going to come out, so you need to just prepare for that. Which we have, so that's all good stuff. Right, let's just go for Mach Punch. Let's just keep guaranteeing damage. Mach Punch, as we know, is a bit like Quick Attack. It's like a fighting version of Quick Attack. That's a nice bit of damage. If this is a critical hit, I think we're dead. Nope, okay, if we're going for counter, we've done more damage. Yeah, if I go for counter here and that happened again, I think we'd kill him. But let's just let's keep chipping away. We're going to win, aren't we? So, got Bayleef as backup. Ooh, another critical hit. Well, there we go. Didn't even need to use Bayleef. So that's the Pewter Gym in the bank. So nice and easy. They do get more difficult. That's a nice straightforward one. It's a bit more challenging on round 2, to be fair, but at this stage, like I said, hopefully these episodes are just going to be one and done recording. So that's the Pewter Gym. That's the first of the 8 Kanto gyms. So we've actually got 10. Well, we've got 9 now. 10 battles to go in round 1, and then we're done. And then we're on to round 2. So all that's left to do is give out the MVP award. So it's pretty unspectacular. So I think clearly the MVP has to be Hitmonchan, really. Kind of want to give it to Entei for getting rid of the Fortress, but no. Let's go Hitmonchan. Did a good job there. So that was the Pewter Gym. So next episode we're going to be tackling Misty. So until then, sayonara.